Welcome everyone, this is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. First of all, this channel is proudly sponsored by the Crueltide Pocket Rulebook Kickstarter. In this tabletop RPG, Santa Claus has been captured and you need to rescue him, role-playing as any sort of fantasy creature imaginable. You can roleplay as a human with holiday powers. You could roleplay as a talking reindeer, perhaps one of Santa's helpers, the elves, maybe a gingerbread cookie golem. You can roleplay as pretty much anything. It's up to you to rescue the holiday cheer. You will find the link to the Kickstarter in the description and in the pinned comment. Check out those stretch goals. This channel is also proudly sponsored by Dead Tree Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop role-playing game where you play as monster girls experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released Daughters of Lamb. This is a pay-what-you-want tabletop RPG, where you get to play as cybernetic nuns with guns, looking for the missing pieces of their AI god. You will find it in their website. The link will be in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by the Red Room Publishing. Please check out their store for exclusive tabletop RPG products and check out their free tabletop RPG, the Red Roleplaying Game. This is a generic system, allowing you to play any sort of theme, genre, flavor, setting that you can imagine. Definitely check it out, you will find it in their website. The link will be in the description and in the pinned comment. Today, I am continuing my review series featuring Tales of Argosa. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review series featuring this sword and sorcery tabletop RPG that can be played without a game master, that is, you can play it solo or cooperatively without a game master, please check out the playlist in the description. Today, I am continuing with the character classes, concluding them actually, starting with the monk. You are a monk, a pilgrim adventurer and martial artist, traveling the world in search of enlightenment. You are pretty decent when it comes to your hit points. Your key attributes are willpower and dexterity. You are proficient in the use of weapons such as the spear, the dagger, the staff, the sling. You are proficient also in the use of light armor. Now, let's talk about some of your abilities. First, some of your skills. You have skills such as athletics, apothecary, arcane lore, watercraft, stealth, traps, and locks. When it comes to some of your features, of course, you are a martial artist, so you deal more damage when it comes to unarmed combat. You also have various monk techniques, such as Spirit Strike. For 2d6 rounds, your melee attacks count as magical, cause critical hits on a natural 19 or 20 roll, and suppress target regeneration. You have other things such as Heaven's Leap. You jump up to close range in any direction, and a staff, creature, or other terrain might be required to launch this attack from, to propel yourself. You gain the Rogue Skirmisher ability until the end of your turn. I think this ability should rely quite a bit on context. You never know how you can interact with your environment to carry out those miraculous leaps. You also have other things such as the Iron Fist. On a failed luck will save, one living target within melee range is stunned. Large creatures may gain a bonus on this save, and very large creatures may be immune, it depends. But all of your abilities require either your unarmed fighting methods, but you can also be useful in terms of general navigation of the environment, like using the Heaven's Leap. You could perhaps employ your leaping abilities in other contexts, perhaps to climb over a fence or a wall. You can also counterattack. You can even become a spirit warrior, but this is going a bit towards the higher levels. In this case, you deal even more damage through your unarmed attacks. And once per adventure, after a period of meditation and contemplation, You may spend a reroll to gain a useful insight. So the monk is very versatile. Next we have the ranger. You are a hunter of monsters and men. You are a scout of the borderlands and sentinel of civilization. Now I like it that they make it a point that you are a hunter of men as well. In some tabletop RPGs in the D20 system, they tell you something like, if you choose your own species as your quarry, your target, you are evil. But no, that's pretty much any sort of martial method. It's all about being successful at a physical confrontation of life or death when fighting others like you. Your key attribute as a ranger is perception. You are also pretty decent in terms of hit points. You are proficient in the use of one-handed weapons and all ranged weapons except the heavy crossbow. You are proficient in the use of light and medium armor as well. You have skills such as animal lore, wilderness lore, deception, detection, persuasion, divine lore. You are very knowledgeable. You have a beast companion that can of course assist you in combat, and it has its own stats when it comes to attack bonus, the maximum hit points. You could choose from wolf, viper, or owl, or perhaps talk it over with your game master before playing the campaign, right? And you have the ranger craft abilities, with things such as anti-toxin rock. One target within melee range may apply the effects of anti-toxin. In addition, 1d4 attribute points are lost due to the poison. That is, 1d4 attribute points lost due to the poison are restored over 1d6 hours. You also have things such as cover fire. If you or an ally is hit by a ranged attack, you may trigger this talent to reroll the attack and apply the lowest result. You must be armed with a ranged or throwing weapon and be within range of the attacker to activate this ability. You also have other things such as steady shot. When you make a ranged attack, targets lose any armor class bonus due to cover. In addition, if you miss your target, you never reroll the attack against an ally in the same melee. You are incredible when it comes to ranged attacks. But make no mistake that because of your other abilities, you are also quite capable in melee. I really like the ranger in this game. Next we have the rogue. You are a lurker in the shadows, gifted in acrobatics, stealth, and sleight of hand. Your key attribute is dexterity. You're also very good in terms of hit points. The only one that is very remarkable from all of these classes is the fighter, but all of them are quite survivable, with the exception perhaps of the artificer. And let me verify that, because that is important. That is an important detail. Yes, the artificer is not as sturdy as the other characters, and of course this includes the magic user, also not very sturdy. When it comes to the rogue, very sturdy indeed. Concerning your use of weapons, you are specialized in the use of one-handed weapons, light crossbow, short bow, and sling. You can also employ light armor quite proficiently. When it comes to your skills, you have things such as stealth, sleight of hand, acrobatics, gather info, persuasion, many staples of the rogue class in other tabletop RPGs. You are also very good at assassination. You can backstab, dealing additional damage and getting an attack bonus. And you have various tricks and techniques of your profession, such as choking dust. Up to 1d4 targets within melee range must make a luck constitution save, or be rendered mute for 1d4 rounds. You also have hidden blade. You may reroll a failed melee attack. This is so cool, right? You can describe how you, from out of your wrist or out of your foot or whatever, suddenly this small knife comes out and you slice the throat of your foe or something like that. You also have unseen whip. On a failed luck dexterity save, one target within melee range is stripped, pulled a short distance, or disarmed. This tabletop RPG has some of the coolest features for the classic classes. Classic classes. You really feel like some of these things I have not seen in other tabletop RPGs. Some of these features, at least not as easily available from the very start. And this concludes this part of the review series. In the next part, we are going to take a look at Party Bond's unique features as well as skills. I am speechless when it comes to the classes in this tabletop RPG. There is not a single class that I don't want to roleplay as. The features are very fun. That's what it is. It's so fun to use the features of these classes. Thank you for watching this part of the review series. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the Super Thanks button. Take a look at the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master, and remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you and see you later.